friend of mine gave me some homemade blueberry lime jam. So I thought what better way to enjoy it is with these homemade biscuits. So they're super easy, only 3 ingredients in the biscuits. And we'll give it a shot here. So here I've got 10 ounces, about 2 cups of self-rising flour, and about 2 tablespoons of sugar. These are sweet biscuits. You can do it without sugar if you don't want them to be sweet. And then adding in about a cup and a quarter, which is 10 ounces of heavy cream. This is a container, a 500 milliliter 2-cup container of heavy cream. We'll use the whole thing eventually. So just mixing up with a spoon. Once the spoon can't do anymore, I use my hands in the bowl. Then finally just dumped it out onto the cutting board. Give it a few kneads until it comes together. And once it comes together into a smooth dough, throw down a little bit more flour. And here I'm using a rolling pin. Going to roll it out to about 1/2 inch thick, maybe a tiny bit more. You don't have to be too particular. Once we get to the desired thickness, we're going to do some folding. The bottom and the top sort of fold into the center, then we fold the sides in and overlap them. And then roll it out again with the rolling pin. And I actually did this 3 times in total. You don't actually need to do this, but this does give you a bit of more of a layered biscuit. So once we do that with the final lamination step, and get it down to between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch. And now I'm just using a cutter in order to cut it into roughly even sizes. You could use a round cutter as well, but this way you don't get any waste. They're not pretty, but delicious. So those go into a toaster oven at about 450 degrees. Here I've got the rest of the whipping cream, about 3/4 of a cup, about 3/4 of a tablespoon of sugar, and just a dash of vanilla, and whipping that up into relatively soft peaks, but you can keep going with it depending how you like it. They're out of the oven and looking great. Got to let them cool for about 1/2 an hour. Now here's that homemade jam. You can hear that pop, and that it looks delicious. So just pulling the biscuit apart here, you see those nice layers, and I'm going to top it with jam and then with the whipped cream. And I polished a couple of these off in quick succession. It was super delicious, easy to make, and yeah, great. So I hope you give it a shot. Thank you very much.